How to define being a woman? I mean, I feel like it's definitely, for me, it's more physical. I have breasts. I mean, like, just physical. I definitely look different from a man, based on just like physical traits and everything. But it's even more than that, like emotional stuff as well. I go through way more emotional things than I think my male counterparts go through. Definitely cry more. Definitely feel more emotional. Not saying that there aren't girls who are tough as snails. I mean, I'm one of those girls, but I do definitely feel like I'm more in tune with my emotions than most guys.
So for me, I think I take on more of like a feminist perspective on the topic, and I think I define, and this probably has to do with my major as a women's studies major, but I sort of define it similarly, or I define it as something very much socially constructed, and something you sort of defined by what's around you and like how like society like polices you. But I also think like femininity is very closely like associated with womanhood.
I feel like femininity in Nigeria is defined when you're able to clean, when you're able to take care of a house, when you're able to cook, take care of children, take care of your husband. And basically, even though a lot of emphasis is placed on the husband and the family, it's actually the woman that does most of the work that keeps the family together. So women take care of the family, but they also work. Men work and usually just come home and their wives continue to take care of them.
I would say being a woman is being at that, like at a high level of maturity and being able to like carry yourself in a proper way, and just being confident in who you are.
I also feel like it's something, or at least like in Morocco, you're like born into it, and there's like a clear distinction between males and females, just in like the way you're brought up, unfortunately.
I feel like being a woman is being strong, it's being independent, it's knowing your self-worth and helping the other people around you find their self-worth. It's being a role model to everyone around you and just basically being the best version of yourself you possibly can be.
Girlhood is more of trying to understand who you are. You're not quite sure of who you're becoming because you're in that transition phase. Versus womanhood, you kind of have that solid character.
So I would think it's like the years prior to, I guess, getting your period, which that's the way at least I would think of it. And then after you get your period, you would be considered a woman, so that would be like womanhood.
So girlhood is like, it's when you're more naive and basically you're not sure of who you are. So you're just trying to find out and find like your friends and what you like and what you don't like. But womanhood is being sure about yourself, is being sure about who your actual friends are, it's being able to form relationships and know where you want them to go and how you want them to turn out.
Girlhood is like in this like when womanhood is more of like a change in like idea in your thought processing. Like right now I feel like I'm in that transition between girlhood and womanhood. Like I know the age is 18, you think you're an adult, but I feel like womanhood is when you've completely come to terms with just being okay with who you are. And I feel like girlhood is when you're still discovering who you are. So like you're going through puberty, things are happening, you're feeling these changes in your body, you're feeling different, people are telling you what to do, you can't really make much decisions, but as a woman you have made decisions, you feel comfortable in your own skin, you don't feel you don't feel like you have to be told what to do anymore. You know what you need to do and you know how you feel about yourself and you're more confident in that way.
Womanhood comes, or at least in my family, I think there's an idea that until you get married, like you're not like a full woman, and so like I know like even my dad sometimes gets frustrated when he like when we would go on college tours, he'd be like, or here's like an example, he would ask like, oh, how can I like keep in contact with her, like or like if I can't get a hold of her, like how can you do that for me? And then they would just be like, oh well, you know, she's an adult, so we can't really do anything about it, like hopefully you can get in contact with her. And he would just get so frustrated, and he'd be like, well, she's still a child, like and so like I think there's this belief that until like my dad's able to pass me on to like another like male figure, like I'm still a child in his eyes, which is completely different than like I view it, as I sort of take on the idea that, you know, as I like I believe that I'm an adult now, even if he doesn't have that belief.
I guess that also applies to me. I mean, we still live under the same roof. My oldest sister's 31, and she still lives with my mom, and she's not married yet, so she's still technically a child and under her supervision. But she's an adult, obviously, so until she actually like gets married and moves out of the house, then I guess that's when she would be a real woman.
So maybe it's when you get your period that everyone knows that you become a woman, become of age. I felt more mature when I got my period. Like, oh, yay, finally. Yeah, and my dad was really proud of me. He said, oh, I'm so proud of you. You got your period, you're a woman now. I said, thank you.
Definitely, I have to say, probably when I left for college. Coming to college was definitely a big step, because I felt like even, you know, some people in some cultures, it's like as soon as you get your period, you've transitioned immediately to womanhood. But for me, I was in my house. I mean, when I did get my period, I was with my mom in the house. Like, I felt like I was never really, it wasn't like a celebration or a rite of passage. It was more like, oh, okay, great, now you have this. But coming to college was different, because it was like, I'm actually going to be on my own for once. I have to fend for myself. I have to figure out when I need to eat, when I need to sleep, when I need to wake myself up, when I need to go to class. You know, basically everything. I have to figure out everything on my own.
And like coming to the US, I've had more freedom in what I wanted, what I can say and do, I guess, and also the way I can portray myself.
I think womanhood in Nigeria is different in that motherhood is very glorified, and basically having a family. So that in itself is different from here, where you don't necessarily have to have one, but back home it's more of something that everybody wants, so it's something that is like part of a woman's life cycle.
Here, I feel as though, as a woman, I don't have to cook and clean and do all those things. I mean, I still feel like I have to, just because of who I am, but it's not something that, there isn't any like role that's strictly feminine and strictly masculine in America. Like, it's definitely like, you don't just think of a chef as being, you know, a man or a woman. Like, you don't think of school bus drivers just being a woman or a man. Like, it can be anyone. So here, definitely the gender roles are, you know, all over the place. There aren't any specific roles, whereas in Nigeria the roles are still very much the same. Like, the woman is still, you know, expected to take care of her kids, and it's frowned upon if she can't cook and she can't clean, whereas a man, it's frowned upon if he doesn't have a job and he, you know, if he can't make most of himself.
Like in Morocco, people are very into, like, everybody's in everybody's business, in the sense that, like, if you do something, almost everybody will know about it, and everybody will, like, judge you for it one way or another. While here, it's like, you're on your own, like you do you, basically. And I really like that, like, mentality.
It's very important that, like, even though a feminist in America is like, you shouldn't have to be able to cook, you shouldn't have to be able to be cleaned, it's still important that in these society and culturally in Nigeria, women are actually respected. So it's not like, oh, we're disrespected or we're seen less than men. No, we're seen as equals and we're respected. However, it's like you still are seen to have different, like, duties. Like, it's like, this is your responsibility to cook and clean. So can you please cook and clean and do it well? And versus men, this is your responsibility to go out and actually get a job and get a good job. So do it well. So I feel like women are praised. I mean, women still go to school. My mom has like a master's, like bachelor's, and now she's going for a PhD. So like, she's fine. And in our house, she does the cooking and she helps with the cleaning. But that doesn't mean that my dad doesn't step into the kitchen and cook too. My dad cooks. So like, I feel like there's this idea sometimes that because there's this Western idea that, ooh, feminism, and then all the other cultures are barbaric. They don't have feminism. That's ridiculous. No, there's still respect for women. There's still respect for what women do. And women are respected for taking care of their children. Women are respected for doing what they do right. And it's not frowned upon if a man steps into the kitchen to, you know, to cook or help his wife clean. Because my dad can cook, and he can cook like a bunch of meals. So, like, and it's not frowned upon that my 15-year-old brother also steps into the kitchen and does something too. So it's more of how can you help make the home you live in better, but do what you do and do it well.
There's so much strength in being a woman that people overlook the fact that women are strong, the fact that we still have to go to work even though we're pregnant or even though we have periods and things like that. And there's just so much within women that I feel like people don't understand the fact that women are actually the backbone of every community. Because if you look into every community, even if it's male dominated, it's actually the women that are doing all the background work. Most of the revolutions, the women were behind the scenes too. So I feel like being a woman is just a sign of, for me, it's a sign of pride. It's a sign that I can overcome anything, and even though I have obstacles in the way, that I can overcome anything, and I can still be strong and multitask and do so many things that people think I can't do.
In this day and age, I feel like I'm empowered to completely be better than basically everyone around me. Like I'm no longer, like, I guess maybe 80 years ago or 100 years ago, I'd be like, oh, I don't really know if I'm really enjoying being a woman. But now I have I'm in college, I can get an education, I can do, whatever I want. Anything I want, nothing I do is frowned upon or strictly, oh, you can't do that because you're a woman. Like, there's nothing like that. I feel empowered, I feel great, and I feel like this is the best time to be a woman. Like, there's so many women out there, and we all can join together, and, many women are fighting for equal pay. Our voice is actually being heard, so, like, women are taking roles. Women are ruling countries. Like, I mean, this is the best time to really be a woman. I'm so excited to be a part of a gender that's progressing and completely becoming better than, way better. And like, studies even show, like, in colleges today, there are more women in colleges than men. Like, there's so many statistics that go, that are way in our, in our favor as women. So I think that absolutely, I love being a woman. It's amazing.